I don't know if you saw, Gabe, but when it kicked that thing off, it didn't mute you for some reason.
Oh, well, I just unmuted it. I don't know what happened.
Oh, you clicked it?
What's up,
okay.
everybody?
I clicked it at the end.
What's up?
Oh, well, it was unmuted, so I muted you because I was
Oh,
like,
okay. Weird.
whatever.
Did you hear me? What did I do?
I heard you yawn. And I was like, who just what? Like, what
Well, I was
happened?
just saying to the guys before we were live, I just fell asleep for like 2 minutes on the couch.
Well, you know.
It's been a long
I
day.
wish I could do that, Gabe. I can't take naps.
Oh,
Well,
power
yeah.
nap.
I tried after work and I just couldn't. Like
That's rare
whatever.
for me. I think I'm just I have so much sleep debt that I mean I shouldn't say that talking to you guys, but you know.
No.
Well, you really have it coming soon.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Couple
get to it while you
months.
can, right? Build
Few
up
months.
that bank.
Few months.
Everybody says that, and it's true.
Right. But you get through it, right?
Yeah, you get through it. You actually get used to it. You get used to
Oh.
going off of a couple hours of sleep.
Dude,
Build some
That
scar
was-
tissue.
that was
I don't
horrible.
believe you. Yeah.
It sucked.
Jeez.
Well, hello everyone. It's Thursday, and wow, what a busy week it's been for Josh and I, and I'm sure everyone else. Oh, someone asked on Instagram, Dan, can we buy the poster behind me? I sure.
Hey, you wanted to put it.
Start
you
the
wanted to put a
bidding.
TV
Start the
behind you.
bidding.
Yeah.
Well, this is a sound thing. So I don't want to sell this particular thing,
Yeah.
but
like
we
an
could get
inch
it made as a poster. Like we actually
that'd be cool.
Printful can have it made on metal prints.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
So that's what I did with the GT40 picture I have.
We have a couple pictures of us driving and stuff at the shop that we had printed on metal signs
Yeah.
that are pretty cool.
They're not cheap. They're like $150 or something like that, just to have like the materials.
Yeah.
But I think it looks really cool when it's printed on metal because it's all like super shiny and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good garage piece.
yeah. It looks cool in the garage, like this big metal,
Yeah.
instead of just like a piece of paper. It's like
Yep.
Who
I
does
did
it?
one of my favorite pictures from Pittsburgh that I took.
From
Like,
Pit
oh,
Race?
nice.
It looks really
Nice.
good.
From Pit Race?
Yep.
awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, there's actually quite a few companies that will print on metal now. So you just need the high res picture as the catch, right? Like as long as you get the high res original, then it comes out looking good. But this is I forgot the name of whatever the company is that you told me about that makes the sound stuff, like the stuff behind you.
Oh yeah. GIK. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a GIK.
Yep.
Hear it?
Sort of.
It's actually got sound absorbing stuff in it.
Yeah. Same stuff in those. That just
Same
has
as
the
this.
wood. Yeah.
But just with the picture instead,
That's
so it looks cool.
Yeah.
Because I have like, I don't know, 6 or 8 of these sound things in here all over the room. But
Yeah. It makes such a huge difference.
yeah, no, it changed the dynamics of the sound in this room like tremendously. So if we ever decide to convert the upstairs like into a sound studio, we'd need a bunch of these.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But they're not cheap.
No.
Like,
You
I
can
think
build
I
them
spent-
yourself, but they
I
look
think
like
I
shit.
spent
so-
like $600 or $800 on these.
Yeah. You've seen how many I have in my house. You can
Yeah.
guess how much I spent.
Yeah. Like these ones are kind of reasonable. I
Yeah.
think these were like,
The 2-inch deep ones they're better.
yeah, it's 2-inch deep. I mean, still 4 foot or
Yep.
3 foot. Yeah, 3 or 4 foot, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's Thursday and holy crap. First of all, I'm gonna apologize because I'm probably gonna cough a bunch. I'm still on the tail end of
still?
this.
Oh,
Still, like it's only a cough. Like the headaches are gone, the chills and fevers are gone, the feeling like you've been assaulted by a tank is gone.
I made a point to stay away from Dan, so I didn't see him for like a week.
Yeah, we literally
We
didn't
just, like,
see each other
Arranged our
since,
schedules to not.
I think the last time we saw each other prior was like when I went to go pick up the trailer.
You got to protect the business.
You got the trailer, and then I went to Barrett.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out actually having you go to Barrett and me not be there, so I was not around.
And then while I was at Barrett, we got a consultation that was like, "Hey, can you go look at this car in San Francisco?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, sure." So I changed my flight and I flew to San Francisco and then home
Nice.
for an extra day.
Yeah. Stay away from as long as you can.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, a bunch of people are like, you need to get the flu shot. I did. So the flu shot's not one of the more effective vaccines because the flu changes so rapidly that, you know, I probably got the flu shot in October or maybe November. And so it's probably too early for this year's variant, you know, like maybe this is a different variant. And
Well,
there's
There
nothing,
was I saw on the news, on my news feed, that Dallas school district completely closed because of the flu.
Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that.
it's bad this year. Well, that and the norovirus, they're both like just raging across the country.
Yeah.
I was like, right before this, I was watching a Cletus video. And he was like, oh, George is all like got food poisoning. I'm like, no, he's probably got norovirus. Like it's just going around. And everyone's like, oh, I got food poisoning. No, if you're vomiting and pissing liquid out of the back of your butt.
Oh my God.
It's probably norovirus.
There goes demonetized in 6 minutes flat.
Hey, whatever. Like, anyway, so hello from balmy Michigan, dude. It was nice today. We had the garage doors open. It's supposed to be 70 on Sunday, or 80.
Like
80.
Dang.
That's the Texas we love.
Yes, back to.
Well,
like,
it was 20 last week, so the weather here is just stupid.
Oh, it's all over the place.
Yeah, it was unpleasant.
Are they building houses differently now in Texas?
What's that?
Are they building houses differently now? Have they learned?
No, they still build them like crap.
Still putting pipes up in the attic or whatever they're doing.
Houses in Texas are built like absolute crap.
Most of them are, unless you build a custom home, they're all just shit boxes.
No, I mean, unless you totally were like, hey, I want it built to these higher standards, they're not going to.
Yeah, and you have to watch them every step of the process.
Yeah, because the code here is so loose.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm gonna get into this. We'll finish talking for a little bit, and then I'll get into what I saw at Barrett.
Yeah. I want you to
it opened up
a
new world to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was fascinating. That experience has been interesting. So, anyway, the title of this is January was very busy because holy crap, Josh and I have been running around trying to keep our heads above water. And here's the weird thing. We sold a lot of cars in January. It's been weird, like way above average for January for us. And
I think we did $1 million in January.
We might have.
If you count all the stuff we did.
Congrats.
Yeah.
It was an interesting month. Like lots of interesting cars too. Like, but at the same time, we can't buy shit. Like we can't find anything, Ferrari wise, right? But yeah, it's just been wow. I don't know what it is. Oh Lordy. Let's not
the Trump bump.
So I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you're gonna say that, then when everything goes to shit, do we say it's the Trump unbump? So like, you know, I don't think it has anything to do with politics and everything to do with people are just like, hey, I'm gonna buy some shit.
No, I think it does have to do with politics in that people are not as on edge anymore. They kind of know what's happening, and they kind of the election's over. The Fed has kind of calmed down, and we all kind of know what's going to happen with them for the next year. So people are like, okay, I feel comfortable blowing $200,000 on a car right now because I know what's going to happen.
It's more to do with the Fed than it has to do with the actual elected peoples, in my opinion.
That's fair. Yeah, just like Josh was saying, the certainty for the next 4 years, if you like it or not.
Yeah. This is a better way. This is a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that stuff because my opinions will get half of you to hate me.
There you go. I like how Alex put it. You're just selling good shit.
Yeah, we do. We did. I mean, props to ourselves. We had some cool cars.
You did.
And we made some good deals, and I think we made a lot of happy people. And so I know someone's asking on Instagram, do you guys play racing car games or sims? I know Gabe does for racing practice.
Yeah, not a game, it's a tool.
I don't.
Yeah, it's a tool.
I don't play it seriously, but I've got a racing chair and steering wheel, and I play Forza.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to, but nothing super serious. I just don't have time right now to play video games.
We need more Porsches so we can bitch about selling them.
Yes.
So we can make
if we could make money on them without a headache, I would be all about doing more Porsches.
Yeah. Man. Well, it's been it's just been strange because the car, I was like purposely noting when I was looking through a bunch of the car sites that the cars that we've been seeing are literally the same cars that have been on there for like almost a year now. And actually there's one specific car that I keep as like my like, I don't know, metronome or whatever, because I went up to go check it out and actually do a consultation for that car. And then it was too expensive based on its condition. And they have not budged on the price.
Wow.
And it's been...
How long has that been for sale? It's been a while.
Well, I went up there and looked at it like 6+ months ago.
Yeah.
Because it was the middle of the summer.
Dealer
at
or
a
private?
dealership.
Oh, wow.
And here's what always makes me wonder. So it is a consignment car. So like the dealership's not out really anything. But to me, like as a dealer, like if someone wants to consign their car with us and they give us some stupid price, like I'm gonna be like, no, man, like I'm not gonna stick here and babysit.
Well, we had to tell that guy there was a guy that showed up today that wanted us to consign his F430 Spider, and the number he gave us, and just like, no, dude, it's just gonna sit here. So why even bother? We can't do that.
Like I just don't.
He's like, well, I saw them for sale online for this much, and I'm like, well, those ones have been for sale for a while, and they're not selling at that number.
Yeah, it's very strange because the problem is those cars that have been there forever are the cars that people are like, oh, well, look at this one. It's worth so much money. And I'm like, dude, that car has been there forever. Like literally forever. It's not selling. So that's not a representation of what the market is.
I remember when I was looking at 360s, it was the same thing. Like over a year, I'd see a few of the same ones. Yeah. And they looked desirable, but they were probably just
and then it's like a car that's been for sale for a year sitting on a dealer lot. Is getting lot rot. Yeah. Stuff starts to break on it. Leather starts to shrink on the dash, whatever. Tires start to dry rot. I mean, it's not good for them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you got, especially like that's my thinking is like if you're consigning a car, it's at a dealership, it's literally there for months and months and months. Like if you get that car back and decide not to sell it or whatever, it's going to be messed up.
Yeah.
Like, because the dealership isn't going to sit there and do a bunch of stuff to maintain the car.
No, they don't have time.
No, like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's funny because people are like, well, you guys get to like drive all these cars and stuff. It's like, dude, we don't have time to go drive all the cars. I was counting it today. We had 15 cars in the shop. 15. Wow. Like, that means if Josh or I drove a different car every single day, we could only drive each car one day per month.
Yep.
And that's if we did it.
I did drive the SF90 for like an hour today.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, we had to.
We had to get a state inspection done, and it didn't have the readiness set. So I just went and drove it for an hour with the computer attached to it, like waiting for it to set readiness. That car is stupid, by the way.
Oh, it is, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude, so stupid.
Yeah, I got to drive it, and unfortunately, it was yesterday when it was raining, and so I couldn't like really open it up.
Yeah, you can't do shit.
I laid into it like half, 3/4 ish throttle, and I only like held it for I'm gonna say like 5 seconds, and I looked down. I'm like, oh my god! I mean, the first number was definitely something.
Yeah.
And the second number was probably something else. And I was like, wow.
So does it change your perception?
That thing is
I mean,
you shit on it a lot because
if I had the money and I could own one and have it under warranty, I would have one, but I would not want to own it out of warranty.
So driving, putting the value aside, the driving experience was.
The driving experience is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It's probably one of the best handling cars I've ever driven.
Wow.
Yeah.
You feel the weight though.
for the weight, it's impressive.
You feel the weight at 185 down the banks, right?
You do feel it.
But they've got that engine so far down in there, like the center of gravity for everything is so low. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's impressive. I mean, it
as a passenger, like when Jocko was 4-wheel sliding his on turn 10 in Coda, like you could feel the weight because the mass didn't want to change directions. And
yeah,
like, oh shit, the edge of the track's getting close.
Yeah, it is. That car is very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's incredible car.
Stupid fast.
And it sounds good for stock exhaust.
Honestly, it really has a great sound to it.
Yep.
And Kyle, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'd much rather, if I had to pick between the two, I would take the Pista still. Yeah, I don't think it's as fast, but I think you're right about the values.
Yeah.
How about all
they're right at the intersection of the graph right now, where the SF90 is going down and the Pista is going up, and that's how they're going to continue.
So the funny thing is, I don't think we've ever really crapped on the capabilities of the hybrid Ferraris. It's the valuations of them that's a problem. It's like the 296. When I drove the 296, I loved it. It was fantastic, but I wouldn't want to own one in 10 years.
Right.
You know, and I think that's the problem is I feel like the SF90s and the 296s are a big question mark of when they're older cars.
Yeah.
Says someone whose tractor shows up tomorrow.
It arrives tomorrow?
I don't know if I'm.
Did he buy a tractor?
He bought a Lambo.
Yeah.
Really?
That's great.
Yeah. That's right.
How about all the electronics, Josh? Did that get in the way? All the screens?
Not really.
Manatino, no?
I mean, I wish it had an analog tachometer.
Yeah.
You know, I hate the big screen. It's just like, might as well go buy a Kia if I wanted a big screen for my dashboard. Right. You know, but other than that, it's fine.
Well, we had a good conversation about it when we were discussing the valuation of his car. And I think the problem was his car had some aftermarket components, and we were arguing that those aftermarket components are going to seriously hurt selling that car. Like, it's going to be a very big challenge. And he was like, well, no, I think it's going to help the car. And we're like, no. And that was where the divergence really was. It's like, and part of it's also like, we're kind of in the mindset of like, we want this car to sell in 3 months or less, right? So we know it's going to make it sell quickly.
Yeah.
And the prices that we were throwing out are the prices that are going to get it to sell quickly. The prices he wants are the prices where it's going to be sitting there for 6 months.
Yeah, we're not a storage lot.
Right. And we can't afford to do that.
I will say that my Plaid is faster off the line, probably faster up to 100, but I think after 100, the SF90 would just walk it.
I see that.
But up to 100, the Plaid's probably quicker.
I'd be curious to see him do like a true quarter mile or even a half mile.
I bet you there's got to be a Plaid versus SF90 video out there.
Probably.
They're
sure.
always just drag races, though. I want to see it go around a track.
Well, dude, the Tesla's
I know.
not going to beat it around the track.
I just want to see it roll over and a foot of body roll.
I mean, when you put the Plaid in track mode and you lower the suspension and tighten up the dampeners, I mean, it actually handles fairly well for how big and bulky it is.
Turn 12, Tesla ignites.
I like it. Yep.
Oof, 2 seconds.
Dang.
That's so crazy.
I read that it was 2.1. That's what it was rated for.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Drag Times has his Plaid against SF90 765.
So I haven't watched it, but how did it do? How did those match up against each other?
Yeah, good question.
I'll have to go watch that later, I guess.
More people giving you. Apparently, Josh is. I'm just going to throw this out there. You do understand, everyone, how videos work, right? They only show what the camera is pointing at. Just
no.
Yeah,
I never knew
it's
that.
The same concept of like when we go to like a car meet or something, and these people come up to us and they're like, hey man, how's it going? And like we're supposed to know them because we can't see through the camera. They can see us, but we can't see them.
They know you well.
Right?
Right. Yeah. It's funny because people are always like, oh, is Josh even do anything? It's like, so let me get this straight. You saw a 12-minute video filmed during the entire week of my week at the shop. The entire week summarized in 12 minutes, of which Josh was probably not present during those 12 minutes.
Well, there you go.
Dang.
It's faster to 60 to 1. The Plaid's fast. I mean, the Plaid is pretty ridiculous. I mean, when I pass people on the way to the shop, I get pissed off because the speed limit's 45 and there's never any cars out there. So I cross the double yellow daily. And I put my foot down going 45 and I'm instantly going 100. Dang. Like instantly. It's wild.
Oh, so Meg finally floored her car today. So if you didn't know, we sold Meg's Mini and got a Mustang Mach-E.
Nice. Cool. Yep.
And so,
what did she say?
So I was like, have you floored it yet? And she's like, yeah. It's really fast. I'm like, good. Nice. She's like, yeah, she's like, I couldn't believe how fast it is for how big it is. I'm like, yeah, good. So yeah, it's the GT. So it's what 700 foot-pounds of torque, but it's 480, 500 horsepower.
Yeah, she's gonna love that.
Too bad.
in an SUV.
That instant torque
more Meg got a ticket
gives you that kick, kick that sucks you back in the seat feel.
Yeah.
So she just got it?
Yeah. So well, today was her second day driving it to work.
Heck yeah.
So I was like, how was it today? It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm actually pretty impressed with it. It's very nice. It's a Mustang Mach-E GT, and it's in the Grabber blue.
Ooh, nice.
You gotta get that was the one requirement. I showed her all the different colors and all the options or whatever, and she's like, all I care is that it's that blue. I'm like, okay,
good. Yep.
She didn't care about like the GT or one of the lower trims, but I'm like, well, I'm screw you. I'm getting a GT.
Yeah. It's gonna be in my garage. It's gonna be a GT.
Right. If it's gonna be our car, it's gonna be the top of the line. Like I want the most power. So
I love it.
I've been saying the Tesla or really any electric car is the best daily driving car for a daily driver that you can get.
Yep.
The insurance can get expensive.
It was $10 more a month
than the Mini.
Or not? No, sorry. Was it $10 more a month? Yeah, I think it was $10 more a month. So like
not that bad.
So who cares?
Yeah.
$120 a year. Oh no. Yeah. But anyway, what else is going on? You don't get a credit because it was used, right? So you don't get that's on new.
If it's under 25 grand, you do. You get 4,500
for used.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh damn. Well, can we paper it up differently?
Yeah, we can. We can do that. I did it on my last Tesla. I got my 4,500.
Okay. I gotta verify that's still there. Oh, the income limit's only
no, it's not that low. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever. Anyway, I don't even care if I get it or get not. It's fine. Yeah. Whatever. That's not why we bought it. I bought it because I wanted to not have to deal with anything else. So.
Oh, the STO.
Nice. Apparently, people put lots of S2000s into polls, according to my Haggerty guy.
See that?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds accurate. Are they as bad as the STI? Because the insurance on a WRX STI was astronomical because so many children buy those damn cars. It's like every car enthusiast under 30 buys them because they're so cheap, and then they immediately go wrap them around a pole or tree or other car. Like I know everyone like gives Mustang owners crap, but my God, I feel like the STI was worse. So, 150.
When I sold my STI to a 19-year-old kid, and his parents were there, like co-signing the loan for him and stuff. It's just like, because that car was 750 horsepower. I was like, there's no way that this car's going to be around for longer than a couple of months.
Oh my gosh,
it's going to be wrecked for sure.
Yeah,
Makina is asking, "Where are you from, Josh? I can't place your accent."
Me?
Yeah.
Where am I from? I grew up in Washington until I was about 13, and then I went to Arizona after that.
Interesting. I don't really detect an accent.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think I had an accent.
One of those neutral accents.
Yeah, the non-regional diction.
Although when I lived in Sweden for a year.
That's it.
When I came back, Alice and my wife made fun of me because I picked up something there on like just like not on purpose. It just happened because people, the way they talk there, and I like was speaking their language and stuff, and you pick up like these little things. She's like, "You sound funny now. What's going on?"
I'd love to hear what that was.
I love it.
Funny thing is, none of us are actually from Texas, except my wife.
Yeah.
My wife was actually a native-born Texan, so she has that to claim.
I lived in. I went to school in Flagstaff, and I lived in Sierra Vista, which is south of Tucson, right by the border.
Ooh, yeah.
In a small town. Yeah, it was a military town. My dad was military.
Yep.
And Washington State, Western Washington.
Oh, Josh, my 10-year-old who is playing cello wants to know what's your wife's hardest song to play on a violin.
I'll have to ask her. I'm sure she'd be able to tell you. She's not here right now.
Yeah, Jocko is from Phoenix as well.
Yeah, it's funny when I was in when I was in Phoenix for Barrett Jackson, I went to a Cars and Coffee event on Saturday morning just for fun, and there was a ton of cars there, but there was a dude there in a old Ferrari that he built, like an old Ferrari race car from the 50s or 60s or something, and it was all stainless steel, and it had a sticker on it that said Harbor Springs Car Show or something, annual car show or something.
No way.
And so I sent a picture to Jocko, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know that guy. We're friends."
Oh no way.
Yeah,
of course.
Let's see if I can find a picture of it.
How could he not know another Ferrari race car from Harbor Springs?
That's funny.
Oh, there it is. Here.
Did he used to race this guy?
Oh wow. Very cool.
I'll zoom in on that so you can see it.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It was cool though. Apparently he built this car. I don't know what it is.
Awesome.
I didn't ask the guy, but
wow.
So is there like a big car festival every year, Jocko, up in Harbor Springs? Must be.
Used to be. Yeah.
Or used to be, yeah. I feel like that's how a lot of it was. There used to be a car show, then people got all butthurt because someone revved their engine.
Yeah.
Or like more likely some dipshit did a burnout or plowed into the crowd or something. Yeah. Okay, he says yes. He races in Scottsdale in the winters. Oh, that's cool. Nice. I'm surprised you stay up in Michigan year round, Jocko. I don't.
Yeah.
Like not even. Like
I just Michigan. Randomly check the weather in Harbor Springs.
Yeah, me too.
I'm curious. And I even look at a webcam once in a while. I looked at a webcam the other day, and I was like, "Oh, the whole harbor's like frozen solid."
Oh.
Yeah. Every time I text Jocko, yeah, we're getting a few inches. He's like, "We just got 2 feet."
Yeah. Man.
No, thank you. Oh, it's in early August. Really? I might be up there for that because we're up.
That'd be cool to check out.
We're going back up to Lake Michigan again, the same place we stayed last year, and we're gonna be there the first week of August.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I feel like the Austin car culture got its ass kicked during COVID and has not rebounded.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what were your favorite cars and coffee? So there's Oasis, There was Coda. Where else have they had it in Austin?
Just those two.
Just those two?
Yeah.
Which one do you like better?
Coda's kicking them out, right?
Well,
I actually kind of like going to the Oasis for Cars and Coffee back when they did that.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Very scenic.
Yeah, I liked it at the Oasis as far as location wise better, but Coda was cool when it first got going because it's just this crazy 2,000 cars and everyone was there, but then it just kind of died, you know. And now and then they started charging so much money for it, and then it just kind of went away. And
it's far for me to drive there too.
It's
and
really
Dan.
far, yeah. And
it's over an hour drive to get there.
Well, and then I just saw something that said that they're only going to do it once this coming year.
Yep.
What?
So I'm like, well, the problem with that is if you don't do it regularly, people don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so.
Well,
I don't know.
The car scene in Austin is not great. It's really not, especially after seeing what they do in Arizona. There was 3 Cars and Coffees on the same day when I was there.
Jeez.
Yeah, and you could go and one of them, there was hundreds of cars there, and they were just parked everywhere in this little. There was a garage condo place, where you could buy a garage and have your little thing in there, and it was just surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of cars. There was a live band playing, food trucks. It was cool.
I thought about it. Should we maybe start a monthly thing at our shop and have it be a sign up? You literally got to sign up for it or something. And
do we want to deal with that?
I mean, I don't know. It could be kind of fun.
Yeah, it was Auto that I went to.
Okay. Don't do it monthly. Do it quarterly if you're going to do it. Because
quarterly?
It's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You have the space? Would you let people on the grass?
Yeah. If you filled up the grass, you could still park about 30 cars. I don't know. I was thinking, how can we put our own little spin on it, right?
Food truck.
Food truck.
We just don't have a lot of space, though. That's the problem.
We don't have a ton of space, but I mean, if you filled up the grass and everything, but I think that would be the point, is to make it. I mean, it sounds douchey, but it's almost make it exclusive.
Yeah.
Where you have. That's why I'm saying have it where you have to sign up. So it becomes a thing where it's oh shit, I gotta sign up.
We have our cul-de-sac that's going to be done soon. I mean, that'll hold a bunch of cars over there.
Oh yeah.
Your donut sack.
Yeah. They've got it all. They've got all the base down and they've got it packed. All they have to do is go and pave it, and it's done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or do them as charity events, or that'd be cool.
Dude, that's how you could do it. Is do a charity event, raise some money. I still think it'd be really cool to do. I love this idea, and I want to do it, but I'm sure insurance would fucking love us. But where you basically allow people to pay us a donation that we give to charity, and then you take them out for a 15-20 minute ride in a supercar, whatever car, right? One of the Ferraris or whatever. And I thought that would be a great way to raise a bunch of money. I was thinking could you do some local charity that's within our community, and then you post it on the community message boards before the event. In that way, I'm sure there's a bunch of people who have never been in a car, a Ferrari, that would love to pay $50 and be able to go out for a 20-minute ride.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
especially if you, I don't know, pay to get the roads closed or something, and have a course. That'd be cool.
I was thinking if you did something and you teamed up with the police, maybe they could make it where they closed off some of the roads so we could actually hustle.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty sweet.
Dude, you know what? Now that they're putting that bypass road, I wonder if we could get the police to close that down once or twice a year and do a speed run.
Oh shit. That'd be awesome.
I doubt it. That would be cool, but I doubt it.
You can do that stuff. It's crazy. All you have to do is pay the police, and they will close down a road for you.
Yep.
You pay the police across a field, right?
Huh?
Or does that go across a field?
It was ranch.
Okay, I'm just wondering what's
that
on.
road's probably 2 miles long.
It's got to be about 2 miles. Yeah.
Brand new pavement.
There's probably about a mile,
2 miles, and it's mostly straight.
Yeah.
There's one turn.
That'd be pretty dope.
Thinking, like, just one turn. That's all you need.
100-mile-an-hour runs. Yeah.
Well, if you do basically like a half-mile plus shutdown.
Yeah.
Just because there's no houses, no nothing. You don't have to worry about hitting anything. I mean, if you fall off the road, you're just going to go off into a field.
The problem is that the dealerships that do the cars and coffee have all the guys show up with like brand new, whatever the dealership sells. There's not really anything interesting at those meetups. Right. I've been to those before.
Yep.
A lot of Huracan dramas.
Nope.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh. I like this. I thought it'd be better if y'all organized more of a good vibes-esque thing, a regular drive to a place. For instance, I thought about a monthly 1431 drive to that brewery that serves brunch. I mean, that would be one way to do it. Is we have a meetup. You start at our shop and then go someplace, or do a drive or something.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to cap it though, because once those drives get over 12 cars, it's just
that's the only thing. Yeah, for drives, you almost want them small.
Yeah,
because then they get so out of control and become such a pain in the ass. But I also feel like doing a drive opens you to a lot of liability. Like, because if you're like, oh, we're hosting a drive and it starts at our shop, and then someone crashes their car, like, well, I was on the, normal guy drive, so it's his fault that I'm a dumbass.
Yep. That would happen.
You know it would.
I mean, how many pages is the FCA waiver that you have to sign every year? Like,
I suppose we could copy and paste theirs and just change the name.
Yeah.
That's the way I like to do it. Who's got the most expensive lawyers? Copy their
a group that does thousands of drives across the country every year. Yeah,
with lots of money.
This is probably a better way to do it.
Yeah,
we'll meet you there.
Show up. Yep.
It's not a bad idea. Oh, I've just sitting here.
I'll take you up on that, Kevin.
What? Yeah, nice. There you go.
Nice
that's on a Ferrari. That could be like pretty expensive.
That's an expensive brunch.
Like 23-gallon fuel tank, man. Like
premium. Yeah.
Fume that puppy.
Well,
rolling
our gas
on
in
fumes.
Texas is only like premium's only like $3 a gallon. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I sometimes sit here at the shop and I'm like, man, we should be utilizing the shop more than we are. Like that sort of stuff.
I think, Dan, our problem is that we're just too busy to bother with that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to, but it's like.
All right. So maybe that's an idea. Is who do we know that would organize something and we'd let them use our shop?
There you go.
That could be a way to do it.
Would you do an FCA or just someone who's already organizing?
Well, I mean, definitely, we've already done the FCA thing last year, and we said we'd be willing to do it again this year.
Yeah, because those event organizers are always looking for new things to take the clubs on.
They're like, they love that we, for that first FCA thing that we did, we basically were like, here, we got a route, and we're gonna feed everyone, and blah blah. Just show up at this location at this time, and then we got it. And so they loved it because it was like super easy for them.
Yep.
You could do a virtual wine tasting like we're doing in the New England region.
There you
go. Tyler's gonna come.
Have the
Is that just because you guys can't drive your cars right now?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. We're also.
I mean, that's cool though.
We're also saying like one of the Northern New England president, one of them, he's stepping down and they're passing the baton to a new guy.
You don't want Dan topless washing your car. Come on.
Yeah.
No,
not
like
not your
Dan,
average.
you gotta tell everybody what happened.
Oh no.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
No. This is great.
Okay.
This is
all right. So we'll
see what everybody thinks about this.
Yeah. All right. So we get solicitations constantly, mostly from businesses that want to have us promote their shit. Every once in a while, we get solicitations from other people in the social media world that want to do collabs or whatever. Actually, frequently they're like, "Oh, hire us to promote your channel," and I'm like, "How big is your channel?" It's like 500 subs. I'm like, "No."
Other way around, buddy.
Like, no. But anyway, so we got the solicitation from this chick who has a channel that has, as of the last time I looked, 88 subscribers. 88.
Dang.
And it was interesting because I felt like she didn't write the email. I felt like it was like a PR firm that wrote the email.
Or I think it was AI.
Yeah, it's probably AI.
Could be.
I think it was AI.
That might be it. It just had like a little bit of weirdness.
It was like it was basically like what, 2 paragraphs?
No,
hey, I'm so and so,
like
and I do car reviews, and I would love to work with you. And she was very specific about. So she obviously knows who we are and watches our channel because she was very specific.
Or the AI watched our channel, but it was really specific.
Okay. Yeah.
And anyway, so she was all like, "Oh, we should do a collab or whatever," and blah blah blah. And
well, she asked if she could come review like 2 of our cars and do a video on them.
So I'm like, anytime anything like that happens, I'm like, who is this? Right?
All right, check it out.
So I click on their YouTube link and I go look at their channel. I'm like, oh, okay, wow, 88 subscribers. That's huge. Great, wonderful. And like their total view count is like 4,000. And they've only made like 12 videos or something. But I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch.
But she's not terrible looking.
I mean, no, she's not. No, she's not. She's not like awful looking, but she's not like the most attractive thing.
So it's a real person. It's not
a real person.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I watched the video and I'm like, okay, she's had coaching. There's no way that someone's got only 12 videos and they're like this well versed in YouTube, because like if you look at
the cars too, she's like talking about this Porsche. I watched the Porsche one and she's like, oh, this Porsche's got this engine and this much horsepower, and like the filming is very Doug DeMuro-esque, like the way she filmed it.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, this is like I'm curious what the hell is going on here, right? So then I'm like, all right, well, let's dig a little deeper. So I click on her Instagram, and her Instagram has like 400 and something followers, so it's not big. But I'm like scrolling down, and also I'm like, oh, here she is in like a super skinny bikini. I'm like, huh. And I scroll down further, and like here's her in a thong, and I'm like,
keep scrolling, Dan. Keep scrolling.
Like what the hell? now I'm like, what is going on here? It like totally different than her YouTube channel, and I'm like, huh. So then I'm sitting
on the other side of the office, and Dan's on his computer, and he just like rotates his computer around. He's like, look at this. And I'm like, whoa. What?
Yeah. Like what the so then I'm like, what the shit? So I go up to the top of her Instagram and I click on her like link tree, and then boom, it hits OnlyFans, this and that. And I'm like, oh, she's in the code. All
right, do it.
Porn star.
Do it.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
What's her OnlyFans followers? Come on.
So I was totally like, okay, so either she's trying to use YouTube to get more OnlyFans followers, or she's using OnlyFans to propel her
cross-pollination.
Yeah, so
cross-pollination.
I was like, okay, this is funny. So Josh and I are like, well, what the hell do we do with this? Do we,
now you're in a conundrum.
Well, do we just?
I was like, let's get her on the channel. Let's go.
Yeah. So Josh is like, get her on here. Come on. And so I responded. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm like, we're in Texas. You do understand that, right? Like, because her videos were all in Florida or something. So I'm like, I mean, if you want to try and make your way out to Texas, I don't give a shit. We'll throw you in some videos or something.
Heck yeah. That's hilarious.
I mean, she could blow up and you could get in early and you know.
You don't want to be in before she blows up. You want to be in after. Well, like you don't want to catch. It doesn't help you when the YouTube channel is tiny. It helps you after the YouTube channel is big. So anyway, it was very weird. That was the first time we've ever had like someone solicit to do a collab that had this sort of background.
That's just hilarious. Good news is you couldn't see it in Texas anyway. So
oh yeah, what's the matter?
Oops. There you go.
All right.
Oh my god.
The comments are hilarious. No one asked who it was.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to say. We don't want to give her the promotion yet.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Dude,
oh, okay. Well, I guess we have to now.
Let's solve it.
She's here.
Oh, that she's here. Wow.
Okay, Well,
you got a fan.
We thought you might be a bot, so
we thought you were.
Eh.
We thought you were bullshit, like AI or something. That's funny.
That's amazing.
Well, maybe the AI is responding to the.
You watched.
He wants that collab.
All right, that is hilarious. By the way. Okay.
Well, if you're serious, you can come review a Ferrari.
Yeah, we're in Texas. You do know that, right? Like I think you're in Florida, so that's. I mean,
people move all the time.
Well, it's not a move thing. I'm not a bot.
Just like cars and do porn. All right. Yep.
Do corn.
Wow, this took a twist.
I think JS360 is onto something.
Yep. I like it.
I mean, you're so close.
Well,
you want that plaque, Dan?
We also don't want to make a. We don't want to drive away our core subscriber base either. That's
a tough balance, right?
Oh, there you go. She's doing Hamilton collection next week.
You experiment, right?
Oh,
you guys do a lot of
experimentation. Okay, well, that's legit.
That's pretty legit.
You guys better get in now.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying actually, I would rather get in after she does the Hamilton.
There you go.
I see what you said there. How bad do you want that plaque?
Yeah, we need that silver plaque.
Excuse me.
Sorry. It is good to do collabs, see where they go.
No, that's the funny thing is I'm totally all for collabs, even with channels that are much smaller than ours, because it can't hurt. Yeah. Right? Like it's never gonna hurt. The problem is you got it like I don't want it to be a waste of time where like I want the person to at least sort of have a reasonable YouTube channel. And I will give Riley credit. Like the quality of your videos for how small your channel is was like outsized. I felt like your videos were actually pretty decent quality.
That means it'll probably pick up pretty quick.
Yeah. And that's why when I showed Josh, I'm like, there's a real possibility. I don't know. Like you can never predict YouTube. So no.
All right, here's the test. She comes on the live next week.
She's gonna get like 50 subscribers right now. Just
I know
she's gonna a lot more than that.
Like every person,
148 people watching.
Yeah,
so her plan is working. Her
Dan, your viewership's dropping to 0.
I mean, whatever. Hey, you know what? When my channel was tiny, I hustled, man. Like I hustled every little deal I could.
I've got a friend who has a YouTube channel that has about 300,000 subscribers, give or take. And they leveraged that, and she did a OnlyFans thing and kind of like promoted it on the YouTube channel, and they're killing it.
Yeah.
I think I know who that is. Yep.
You probably do. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. Everyone's like, oh, we're looking now. Googling.
See, Charlie is one of the guys that's like, oh, I don't know about this guy. I don't know.
Here come the comments.
And she's super burst.
Yeah. Here you go. You got to give us a like for the laughs on this one.
Yeah, right. Come on. It's funny. So double her count. I'm curious now what her channel.
That's funny.
It better be bigger.
It was 80 subscribers when we looked
88.
Earlier.
It was 88 earlier today.
88?
Yeah.
Sure, she'll pass me in no time.
Well,
what are you up to, Gabe?
As we said in the email, we're open to discussing it. If you want to fly out to Texas, you're welcome to. I would love it to be
103.
I'd love it to be after you do the Hamilton collections, because your channel's definitely going to be bigger after that.
Yeah,
true. I'm at 3.6 now.
All right.
Oh, by the way, Gabe.
Yeah.
Your video, was it last week or this week?
Yeah, like a week or two ago.
Best video you've ever done.
Heck yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Oh, I haven't watched it. Yet.
So good. Like I was like,
wow, after Riley's.
That was a very good video. Like it was so good. I was like, wow. And then I looked at the views and I was like, holy shit. You had like, I don't know, like I think 80,000 views or something when I looked at it.
It's going up.
Nice. Well done,
awesome.
man.
Hit a viral video.
What was the video, Gabe?
5 things regular people don't understand about car racing.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm starting to find my stride, because just 3 years ago I didn't race at all, but I was always dreaming about it. Now I've done it for a few years, so I have a good perspective of like what I thought before I did it, now what it's like going into it, and like a good kind of straddling that line of like a lot of misconceptions, things that people think that aren't true. So YouTube is weird, man.
It proves my point though. Talking drama videos do better than actual action videos.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Well, I'll tell you what, everything does better than just like documenting a weekend, because people don't know who I am yet. Yeah. I don't have a personal brand, so
there's
I can't
definitely
show what I did.
That's the hard thing about, like, if you're vlogging, people have to be like,
they gotta know who
committed
you are.
to you as a person, right? Like they gotta like, I really want to know what's Gabe up to, right? Yeah. So it's hard. Like I feel like I finally can just like, you know, we've been kind of like sort of vlogging the shop. Like here's what, like I like to call them the day in the life videos, where it's like I'm showing a day in the life of what it's like for us to run our dealership. And I feel like we're finally got enough people who are just like sunk in, who are like, I want to see what Dan's up to. I want to see what Dan and Josh are doing.
Oh yeah, you definitely got that audience.
So, but it's like that's hard to get to that, where you know you have people interested in you, which is, you know, anyway.
It's funny because my videos that have done well, the recent ones, are ones that I've had on my mind for a while, that I just like, I'm like, oh, I gotta make this video, like it, but they've been hard to make for some reason. But when I do, they pay off. So just waiting for that next one.
Yeah, Amelia is an interesting person in the YouTube space, because she's crossed over into like the real film space.
Who is that?
Amelia Hartford. Yeah. Forgot about her.
Right.
Yeah, she's in the Gran Turismo movie. She's in a bunch of Netflix shows.
Oh, right. Obviously, yeah. I thought I was thinking of someone else. Yeah.
So that's like kind of interesting because
he was right about that.
What? Oh, Amelia?
I mean, lean into it. She's got a publicist.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, if you're,
I know, but you can't take her as seriously when she talks about car stuff. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I almost feel bad for any women trying to do the car space, because it is so male oriented that like, you know, I mean, it works though. It's a pretty simple formula. Like,
okay, I'm going to change the subject.
Yes.
Because I just thought of this, and I would love to do this, but we can't afford it. The dudes that bought the SF90 today are doing the Gumball 3000.
Oh, yes.
Which goes from Istanbul to Ibiza.
Yeah.
And it's
taking that car?
They're taking the SF90.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Dude, I know. And I was like, this would be the most interested I am in that Gumball, because...
Is he going to put one of your stickers in the car at least?
Oh, we should totally...
I bet he would. I bet he will.
He would.
Those dudes were cool.
They were super cool. Dude, okay, those guys show up. It's funny because, like, you know, we get lots of different personalities. Those guys show up, and immediately I'm like, these are the guys I want to hang out and have a beer with. And just, I can tell you, we would have a hilarious day shooting the shit. Like, right off the bat, just the right personality, the right amount of laughing, the right amount of, like, stories. Just awesome. But I like this one. I spent $0 on makeup, but thousands on carbon fiber.
That's you're in the right spot. So
yeah, well, that's kind of us.
Yep.
Oh, Josh, Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Prepare yourself.
No, it's not a big deal. I'd never been to Barrett before, but I've been to Mecum and like Sotheby's and all of those other auctions, and they're all pretty cool. But Barrett's on another level just because of the sheer size of it. The tent that you walk into when you first go in there, I kid you not, is like a mile long. It's a mile long of the first like quarter of it is vendors. So you have like people selling jewelry and people selling, you know, random car stuff, antiques. And then there's like, you have the manufacturers that sell, or they're promoting their new car stuff. So you have like Ford was there and Toyota was there and blah, blah. And then you have all the cars that are for sale or whatever. But that's not really the point. Anyways, my point is, I think it's a trap for older car enthusiasts with nothing else to do that just want to go and spend some money. And they don't care about buying crappy cars. Because I looked at a ton of cars there, and I watched a lot of cars go through, and I saw what they brought. Those cars are not that nice. There were so many cars there that had issues, paint problems, accident damage, just rolled back odometers, and people were paying up for them. They were paying way, way over retail for them. There were some cars that were still deals. That just, maybe the right guys weren't there that wanted to buy them or something. I don't know. There were some deals, but for the most part, especially like the Resto Mod Corvettes, Camaros, Broncos, old Defenders, things like that. They were just bringing stupid money, and they just weren't that nice.
Yeah.
And the thing about Barrett is when you buy there, it's as is, where is. You're an owner, doesn't matter. Like, you buy a car that's got problems. The other thing is you can't really sit in them. You can't check the mileage. You can't turn them on. You don't know if they have mechanical problems. I mean, it could have no engine in the car, and they can still push it through the block, and people will bid on it.
Jeez.
And the amount of shill bidding going on there
was crazy.
Was insane.
So this was from me. I'm sitting there back at home bidding, right? And multiple times I bid on something, and then they ran up the price and then fell back to my bid.
Yeah.
Because I was the last. So the car we got, the Ferrari we bought, I bid, and then they ran it up $20,000 higher. And I just sat there. I'm like, all right, we didn't get it, right? And then they cut it back 5,000, and then another 10,000, and then 15,000, and finally they fell back to my bid.
Jeez.
So they actually rolled it back $20,000 because no one else bid.
I mean, I noticed that. I watched Sunday for quite a bit, and it was like, I've never seen so many price redactions in an auction before. Like, holy shit.
And it's illegal to do that. They do it anyway.
Huh.
Wow.
Dude, that when we got our car, I was like, I bid, and then went way over, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. And I'm like basically about ready to like close my browser, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, like, and it comes back down and comes back down and comes back down, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're the high bidder again. And I'm like, huh? And then they're like, oh, sold. Like, as soon as they rolled it back to my bid, because I'm the last real bid, the second they got it back there, they're like, boom, done.
Jeez.
I was like, holy crap.
So, I guess the moral of what I learned is yeah, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'll go find it.
Yeah.
And cross my fingers that it's not a big turd. Thankfully, it wasn't that bad.
Good.
But I guess the moral of the story is I would never, ever buy a car there sight unseen. You need to go and look at it, or have someone look at it for you and find out all about it. You got to do your research, because there's a lot of people that got screwed there.
Yeah, everyone must be getting hit with massive bills after.
Yeah.
Well, and Barrett makes so much money. They make 8% on the sell side and 12 on the buy side. So they make 20% of every sale that goes through there. And they have and they don't do anything. All they do is run the car for you, and it's like, you got to pay for it and come and get it. There's no protection, no buyer protection, no seller protection.
So to remote bid was $100. To bid in person was $500.
Jesus.
So we went on the cheap, and I just paid for the ticket to get in, and I called Dan and I said, here, bid on this one.
You paid for the spectator ticket?
Yeah.
We just bought spectator tickets. I had the bidder remote
and that's
bidder
the other
thing.
It's $100 a day to go in there. Just to walk around, it's $100, and there's thousands of people there.
Jeez.
They're hiding behind
they're just like printing money.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem. I mean, how long has it been around? It's been around for a while, right? But
Joe, I thought the same thing. I thought Barrett, watching it on TV, I'm like, oh, they're going to have the best cars in the world, and they're all going to be vetted. No, not at all.
That's what most people. That's what they want you to think.
It's like their ads on the website wouldn't even list the miles or the VINs. So, like, I mean, there was a Ferrari that we wanted, and we're like, oh, this looks like a really interesting Ferrari. Josh calls me up. He's like, it's got 70,000 miles on it. I'm like, oh, Oh God!
Well, they don't announce that anywhere. I had to look in the car when they were pulling it through at the odometer to get the mileage off of it.
Jeez,
Josh, that'd be a good video. Just expose Barrett Jackson.
Oh
Just
God.
walk around and
We'll
vlog.
probably get a cease and desist.
I'm sure we will.
Jeez.
Be like flying wheels.
I'm
Craig
saying
from
the
Flying
whole
Wheels.
thing is like a rich dude's game. Dudes that can just afford to lose 100 or 200 grand here and there.
Yep.
Maybe they buy a car and next year they run it back through the sale, or something like that. I don't know. No, I'm not saying every car was like that. There was some cars that were represented that were just really, really nice cars. There were a lot of those, but I would say more than half were not cars you would want to buy.
Dang.
I mean, a vast majority of the Ferraris there were crap.
Well, it was interesting to watch and pay attention to like the cars they showed the underbody for, the ones that they did, and there was like massive oil leaks, and then the ones that they just didn't show at all. It's like,
Well, so there was a 355 GTS manual, red with black carbon bucket seats, which are really rare on a 355. And I'm like, I want that car. I want that car bad. So that's the first car I went to go find when I got there. And I found it. And it looks phenomenal in the pictures. It looks immaculate. Well, I get there, and in person, it's not immaculate. It's got paintwork. The whole rear end had been hit and repainted. And then right where the roof kind of comes down and meets the body, there's rust bubbles under the paint right there. They didn't announce the mileage. They didn't announce that it was a Euro car. And I look at the odometer, and it's got 130,000 kilometers on it.
Jeez.
Wow.
Not announced. You know, open the engine bay. There's like a bunch of stuff missing, broken stuff, replaced stuff. And that car still brought way more than it should.
Crazy.
But it looked really good in the pictures. I was excited about that one. It didn't work out, though.
So what were you doing? Just checking it out down there because you hadn't been?
Well, I was there was 28 Ferraris there, and I looked at all of them. And the ones that I was like, we should try to buy this one. They just went for too much money. There was just no margin for us. We got a 599.
Nice.
What spec, if you want to say?
Black.
It's black with tan, 19,000 miles. It's actually pretty nice.
It's got the luggage.
Oh shit!
Which I was like,
that installed separately.
Yeah, we're talking about maybe selling it separately because I mean,
10 grand.
Who
It's
wants
not going to increase the value of the car that much. I think it's probably worth 4 or 5 grand or something on its own.
Yeah,
I think we're going to offer that car as an F1, and then if the buyer would like us to convert it, we will work with them and do that, rather than doing the conversion first, because somebody might not want the conversion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the CNC luggage disaster. That car did not pass through CNC.
Or the flashlight.
It had the luggage.
Right.
Do you have a flashlight in yours, Tyler?
No.
I don't know if they.
My 430's got the flashlight.
I don't think they did flashlights.
Probably not after the 430.
I don't think the 458s have a flashlight.
Probably not.
Because I've got everything else.
Not any different.
Yeah.
Mecum's not any different.
Well, but Mecum, you can at least go up to the cars and sit in them and stuff.
Yeah.
True.
Some of the cars you could at Barrett, but a lot of them were behind
rope
stations.
Rope things, yeah.
Oh, hello.
That's
Are you bringing me a book?
Hi.
Yeah.
Read. Flashlight.
It's like it's your job.
No flashlight. Flashlight.
Farm. I don't think they.
No, it's F for Ferrari.
F is for farm.
F is for farm.
Yeah, it is.
A.
This is the entertainment part of the night. A
is for.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm tired tonight.
Apple.
Yeah, it is for apple. Good job.
APPLE.
There was one extra P there, bro. No, it's APPLE. He's like APPLE. It's really got the
yeah.
Yeah, I think David's right here.
Oh.
No lube, right?
Yeah, no,
Oh, I know.
it was used too.
It's the magic lube that it came with.
Oh,
Help.
A is
dang.
for
It is for Apple. Good job.
Oh no, I think Clarence is right here. A is for another Ferrari.
Another Ferrari. B.
That's right, Kevin. I'm thinking.
Barn.
Yep.
That's right.
B-A-R-M.
N. N.
B-A-R-N.
That's right.
Barn. There you go.
Good
B-
job. B.
Well, you got to teach them about the barn finds.
Oh,
A
yeah,
Barn. Oh yeah, barn. Right.
250 GTOs.
Barn.
Come on.
A
A.
A.
R
R.
A
N.
No. N.
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 Good job.
The barn whisperer.
You need to teach them how to spell Ferrari.
He can say, he said Pagani. He said Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I still have my flashcards I made when my kids were little. I made them learn all the car brands.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. B is for both Ferraris. C is for cold
Bugatti.
start. D is for drag racing. I like
We
it.
have the book. T
We
is
have-
for turbo.
We actually have the book T is for turbo.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's got all the car parts and stuff. Every once in a while, he'll be
T
like,
is for
"T is
Capristo."
turbo." The only problem is like it's like almost I don't know, kind of a little bit weird for a 3-year-old, but whatever. Anyway,
Nah.
nah.
As long as he's not saying R is for Riley, I think you're okay.
Is she still here?
Yeah, W is for watches. That's right.
Yeah.
I'll
There
tell
you
you
go.
all about that later,
The
Meg.
chicken.
C is for chicken. Good
See?
job.
H-I-C-E.
Uh-oh, non-responsive.
O.
Does that mean the
Yeah.
company or the
Uh-oh.
product?
Yeah.
Neither
See,
is good.
I think she's gone, which means she was only trying to get that quick bump, which is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a good, hey, it's a reasonable strategy. Pop,
Who is Riley?
yeah,
Uh-oh.
Hey, Meg.
interesting story about this.
Water.
Water, good job. D is for discount.
Mm.
That's your next discount code.
D is a dairy.
Dairy, good job. It's,
D-A-O-I-O-Y.
good job. Got a little-
Getting it all tonight.
Yep.
D-A-O-I-I.
Okay, you're gonna have to force it.
yeah,
A,
I'm gonna have to kick you out, buddy. He's like, I will read.
She was going to get some.
Oh, we're off the rails tonight.
Need a B-O-W-L. All right, you go with mama. Go with mama.
Oh, that's too good.
Go with mama.
Lay down.
Lay
Lay
down. Okay.
Okay.
You can go lay down. That's funny. Lord.
That's too good.
Uh,
Have you done an inventory yet?
no,
Update?
no, we should. What do we got? Okay. We've got the GT350R, the GT500. We've got the Corvette C6 Z06. The Corvette Grand Sport has a deposit, so it's probably sold. The 458 consignment car.
I'm handing him off to you in 20 minutes so I can get sleep.
Oh, okay. I know. The 458 that's had multiple people want it finally has someone that we think. Hey, don't lock it. Okay.
He said that he sent the wire today, so we'll see if
Okay.
it comes in.
Yeah.
So that car's probably gone. What else is I'm gotta visualize what's in the shop.
GT500.
GT, I already said that one.
Oh,
We
you
got
said
the,
that one. Okay.
the 599
The F8. The F8.
and we got the F8.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to buy that F8.
Oh, the
It's a
Testarossa
it's,
is gone.
yeah, Testarossa is gone.
The dude, that Z06 is gnarly.
That Z06 is ridiculous.
It's
Yep.
super
It's so
clean.
clean too.
Super, super clean.
It's only got 17,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Do you want to swap the back glass? I'll trade you back glasses. That
is it a direct fit on the 488?
It is.
What?
Someone, I forget his name.
So,
someone that
I saw a 488 with one of those on it, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
He was at the barbecue in June.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it totally just changes the look of the 48 if you put
the F8
backglass.
the Lexan?
How much is that? How much is that
wow.
piece if you wanted to buy it?
He said, don't quote me. I think it was like 8 to 10 grand.
Oh,
damn!
But it took like
I
a
don't
year
know if
to
I
find
like
it.
that much.
Yeah, I don't like it that much. But if you want to swap it on your car,
have you seen it with it?
My 6-wheel Jeep is technically for sale still. So I need to like do a video showing what actually broke after I got it back. It wasn't. So the guys who did the work on the Jeep did a really good job. Everything was fine, but what happened was there's a dip in the road right by our shop, and I drove over the dip, and because you've got the two axles so close to each other, one of the axles is on the top of the dip and the other one falls down into the dip. Well, when the axle went down, it stretched out the drive shaft, and the drive shaft popped out of the input shaft.
Oh my God.
Because the damn thing was too short. So they have to make a longer drive shaft with more, I
wonder how that never happened before.
Because it was in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, never ever off-road.
There's no terrain anywhere.
Did you ever throw up Kevin's super chat? Here you go.
No. I forgot to. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
On the Z06, we're not sure on that stuff, but it does have a cam and a different. It has an aftermarket plenum on it. It's got a full exhaust with long tube headers.
Basically, so
LSXR 102. I don't know. That's what the.
Did that shop add or modify it?
What?
The Jeep. Did they work on the drivetrain at all, or the axles?
They replaced the entire rear axle.
Oh, right, because it was.
So actually, it has a brand new rear axle in it.
Okay, is that how it was before? Like, would that have happened?
Yeah, it was the same drive shaft. So they didn't replace the drive shaft, and that's why it. So now I'm getting a drive shaft that will theoretically not fall off the damn input shaft. So
I think that thing's going to go on Cars and Bids. They were begging us to.
Yeah, they really wanted it. They wanted us to drive it out there so that Doug could actually review it. And we're like, I don't think I want to drive that thing that far. Like, that sounds miserable. I'd much rather trailer it. And first of all, it would be more efficient because that thing gets such terrible mileage.
Yeah, Tyler, I like that Hughes idea.
Yeah.
Start making
You
videos.
got shafted.
No.
Oh, we got to see if Riley is single so we can hook her up with Tyler.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Like my OnlyFans debut.
I'll stick to your car videos, Tyler.
Yeah, I'll start doing car videos instead of that. It's okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Lordy.
I mean, Casey had a few car videos that someone filmed that got a ton of views. I don't know if he's still making them, but I would see those pop up. They had like a few 100,000 views.
AC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his car. It was like
if you look up like loudest 458 or something,
it was him driving. I mean, he has insane exhaust on his cars, and he was
That's true.
ripping them around Arkansas.
It's funny. I swear to God, like, if you don't have a big YouTube channel, you just do it occasionally, and you have that one video, like YouTube's like, I'm going to make this go viral in hopes to inspire you to make more content.
True.
It's like there's all these guys that we know that have like no real YouTube channel. They just throw some crap up there.
Random videos.
And they'll be like, oh, yeah, I got a video with like 800,000 views. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, I know. Meanwhile, when it knows you're trying, then it just shoves you down every
like,
week.
Oh, she's still here.
So keep working for it.
That's funny.
You should invite her next week.
Well,
yeah,
it's
Casey driving.
It's up to her whenever the hell she wants to come out here, because I mean, I can't pay for a flight. I
think Tyler's talking about bring her on the live.
Fiance's name is Tyler. There you go, Tyler.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I guess your dreams are crushed.
Oh,
Sorry,
shucks.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
I like this. I really like the direction NGSC is taking. Made the conversions are yesterday. Every phrase now for sale, and partnering with OnlyFans models is very progressive.
I mean,
We've
no one's complaining.
First of all, I've said this before. I'm like, I absolutely would love to get an attractive female person on our channel because I know it would get views. Like 100%. I'm not opposed to that.
Yep.
Never have been. In fact, way back early in the day, I think I probably told this story before, but when I first started the YouTube channel, I was hanging out with my buddy and we were like, man, like, how can we grow this channel? And he's like, you need to hire some models. I'm like, I can't afford models. He's like, no, they're cheaper than you think. I'm like, really? And so we were at this restaurant that back in the day was pretty well known for always having extraordinarily attractive servers. And we always joke because you had to go on Fridays because that was the day that all the most attractive one would go. And so we're there on a Friday discussing this, and one of the very attractive servers comes over and he's like, excuse me, hold on. Do you do modeling? And she's like, oh yeah, actually I do. And I'm like, of course she does. He's like, well, how much is your rate? And so we start talking about this like for real. And I'm like, oh my God, man. Like here he is at lunch trying to like make a deal with our server to do some modeling for my YouTube channel.
And you never did it, right?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm too lame.
I love it.
Anytime you have anyone on your channel, it's always a risk. Like that's one thing is, like because someone else's personality could be jarring to your crowd or to your audience or whatever. You just don't know. So that's why, like people are always like, oh, you should always have like all these other guests on your live or whatever like that. It's like, well, I hate to say it, but like not everyone's good on video. Like not trying to be an asshole, but just, sometimes people aren't entertaining on video. We've actually had a few people on the channel before and like, I'm like, yeah, I can't have that person on video again.
On the lives or on other videos?
Both. It happens.
Yep.
I like when Tyler Hoover drops in.
Yeah.
Well, he's got such a personality that's just, it's magnetic. So it's always
got that charisma.
Yeah.
That YouTube charisma.
For sure. Stuck in Cybertruck hood.
Yeah.
Get Meg on the video. People always want Meg to be in more videos. And it's like Meg doesn't want to be in all these videos. Like, and
Jocko was on it.
Jocko is.
I stumbled upon that video the other day randomly.
We should get Jocko on here. We haven't had Jocko on in a while.
And like I just clicked.
Jocko, you want to go on the live with us?
I clicked to a random part in the video, and Jocko's telling a crazy story about how he.
I was say actually, I would love
cartwheeled down like the back. I forget it. Was Road Atlanta,
Jocko to just tell stories from his race days.
Jocko's like, yeah, I cartwheeled the car down the final bend of Road Atlanta, but I, didn't flip it. Never flipped a car. Like son of a bitch.
Only cartwheeled.
You remember that, Jocko?
Oh God, yeah. Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. Excuse me.
People are still talking about that, and it's been like a year since
that was memorable.
Yeah. Greg.
Greg, I think you're gonna. I don't know. I'm curious how you feel about the Lambo in like 3 months from now after you've done it.
I won't share it because you sent it privately, but I have a picture of Greg trying on a Gucci tracksuit because he's got to live the Lambo life.
It's gotta.
I don't think we can. I think we gotta ban him,
dude. He's gotta have Louis Vuitton or some gaudy. Like it's gotta have the name brand everywhere.
Oh yeah,
it's the only way. Like Lambro, man, lean in,
bro out.
Dude, I can't wait for Greg to Lambro out because it's gonna be so tongue in cheek. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, I gotta ask a question to everybody in the chat. You gotta answer F8 or Aventador.
Oh,
ooh.
And not an SVJ or anything, just a base Aventador.
A base Aventador.
Ooh, a base Aventador.
Or an F8.
Or an F8. F8 Tributo.
Yeah, the Tributo.
Yeah,
it's looking pretty
Right
solid.
Seen a lot of good
pretty
answers.
F80.
He's the outcast. Yep.
Well, that makes sense. He just got his BOWL.
Aventador for clout, F8 to drive.
Yeah.
Cloud's overrated.
Yeah. Wow, it's pretty consistent. Of course, we're kind of a skewed Ferrari demographic, so I mean, that's like I always love
that there's no question that the F8's a better driving car and way more reliable, but it's an Aventador.
Yeah. It's like I always love when you go on a Ferrari group, you'll be like, you go on like the Ferrari F430 group, and they're like, hey, should I buy a Ferrari F430 or a fill in the blank with any other car? And everyone's like, well, 430. Of course you're gonna say that. Like, come on. Like, it's stupid. You're not exactly polling unbiased people here.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of Aventadors, okay.
Yeah. There's about a third now.
I don't know about a third.
Almost a third.
I'd say it's like 10%.
Well, Stangman, of course, that makes sense that he would want an Aventador.
Yeah. STO vanity plates tractor.
Oh, that's a good question.
That was my suggestion. Thank you.
Okay, dude. Yep. Yes. Come on.
How about Stonk?
Stonk.
STONK.
That's pretty good.
That's probably taken.
Probably
sure that's taken. No Enzo. I like tractor. That's brilliant.
No Enzo would be. I don't know.
I feel like that's
better
like
in a GT40.
Yeah, that GT40 that has the Enzo Who, that was brilliant.
Yep.
Echo chamber. Yeah, exactly. It is an echo chamber here. I mean, we're obviously Stonk is taken.
Oh, damn.
What about Stonks with a Z?
I'm sure Lamb
a 0 for the O. A 0 for the O.
Loser.
Texas is always zeros.
I thought about that too. Loser might be a good one.
There's those like 1.8 GPA Lambo plates running around. Those are always fun.
I always love those. Yeah, the low GPA. It won't fit, but it'd be like, I hate myself. I hate
Hot coin.
That's pretty good. Hot coin.
Can't forget Zero Kids. That's the classic.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Could you do It's Huge? YUGE?
Oh yeah, there you go.
They probably won't let you do that.
Yeah,
they're pretty picky.
Yep.
Enzo Who? Yeah, that was on a GT40 at the Pittsburgh thing.
It's tiny. It's more appropriate. Yeah,
I
go with that.
That would be awesome. That would be very, very good. I don't know. That between that and tractor.
Tractor, I don't like tractor. I don't know. People won't get it.
Well, that's the best part.
Those who will get it, and it'll be,
I guess,
kind of an inside thing, like premium. Except a lot fewer people know that.
Well, that's why I did the oil and gas plate, so it's premium.
Oh,
gas.
True.
Yeah, it's got two meanings.
Yeah, there's the meaning, and there's the actual meaning.
Yep. Lube, magic lube. Yeah,
magic lube. Need a meg review of the SF90. Well, unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen. SF90 is gone.
Oh.
GT500's got like 2,000 miles on it. It's very low.
Yeah, 2,200, 2,300.
Dang.
Yeah,
it's clean. Yeah.
Oh, it's damn near
it's
perfect.
Basically new. Yeah.
Yeah. Versus the GT350R we have is.
I haven't seen that one yet, but yeah.
Not perfect.
It looks
I
good in
did
video.
see the ZR1. I did see it. Yeah, it was.
Oh, the one that had like 11 miles.
Well, it was the first production ZR1.
Oh, well,
they auctioned it off for charity.
Yeah, the C8 ZR1.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about there was that C6 ZR1 that had like 11 miles on it.
Yeah, that one. I saw that one too.
Dude, did you see it went for like over 300,000?
Yeah.
I was like, okay. There was definitely some stupid numbers. So I think a lesson also we learned from Barrett is don't even bother Friday or Saturday. Like there's no point. So if there's anything you're gonna buy, it's gonna be on the first half of the week. And then actually Sunday, there were some cars going for pretty cheap on Sunday because no one was bidding on anything either. But anyway. 3 more minutes and then we're out of here.
Dragon. How's that looking?
Oh, the hotel's completely booked.
Well, the main hotel that we were staying at is completely booked. So that's 16 people.
That's crazy.
And then multiple people have already booked at the other hotel.
Here you go.
So I think already have over 20 people going.
It's gonna be pretty epic.
Yep.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
All right, Mark and Jeremy, make up your minds.
And I think the guys that bought the SF90 said that they wanted to try and come too.
Yeah, they wanted to come.
I need to send them the information on that.
May 5th through 9th, right?
5th through 9th. That's right. So it's up to you to book your own stuff now because I don't even know what's available. We're staying at the Teleco Lodge in Teleco Plains. So it is a bit off the Dragon. There are some places around the area. The what is it? The Teleco Inn was the other place that's close by, and I think they may be full. I don't know. You could try calling them.
Jocko, I think the SF90 is too fast for the Dragon.
Yeah, I agree.
Something more nimble.
Hell, I'm worried the 48's gonna be too fast.
Yeah.
Turbos. You're never gonna be in boost.
That's true.
Point and shoot.
Actually, having the electric torque might be pretty fun.
That's true.
Like coming out of the hole in that thing, and you stab it, and the hybrid kicks in.
I mean, the Pista will be too fast too, though.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just bring the 458.
No, I want to see one of those cars on the Dragon.
All right, SF90 it
It'll
is.
make for good pictures.
Oh, the pictures of
sure.
that. Yeah.
The Pista will make good pictures.
Jocko.
Yeah.
How many to choose, Jocko?
Oh, hey, Ryan. Did you see that? Ryan said,
Yep.
If anyone wants to trailer the car from Austin and has a trailer, I can tow it there in my truck.
He pinged me at
Are
work.
you going to go, Ryan? Are you going to go?
Tyler.
Are you coming?
I told you could borrow my trailer. If you want to borrow my single car hauler, you're welcome to.
Yeah. I got to figure it out. Ryan offered, I don't know, we can figure out if Greg and John want to ship cars, if we can get half a semi for cheap. I don't know. We'll see.
The problem is if you're doing half a semi, I don't know if it's cheap, but if you do 2 cars and a 2-car hauler and take up the whole thing, they might be able to hook you up on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you buy a big ass truck, Ryan? Like a big diesel or something?
I think he's got a diesel truck or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I thought you bought a big old truck too. So anyway, I'm waiting for that answer.
If we can get 3 more people from Austin to go, we'll just get a semi. I don't know. Oh, 7.3 gasser. Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, I'll do it. The gasser part will suck for mileage, but
it won't be lacking for power. So.
No, they'll be able to tow it just fine.
Yeah.
Your fuel economy might suck, but that's all right. If you got the big tank, then you're fine. It's if you get the little tank in those trucks, that's when you're screwed because you can only go like 150 miles.
Oh yeah.
So,
and there's lots of people going in Tennessee, so I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, it's 9:30, past 9:30. So, you've only got 34.
Damn.
Oof.
Only
a lot of stops.
Gas tank.
I mean,
that's the big one.
That's the little one. The big
That's
one's
the
like
small one.
45.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, appreciate everyone. So hooray Thursday. We'll see you guys next Thursday. I got a bunch of videos that are in the can. I gotta edit and stuff, so I haven't done any of that yet. Crap. So hopefully I'll be able to get something out for Saturday. I don't know.
We do the live every week. If you want to join us next week, maybe you can do that. We'll see.
Yeah, we do live every Thursday at 8. So, okay, everyone. Well, see you guys next week.
Later.
Bye.
Later.
Peace.